Alright guys, welcome back. As you can see, this is not going to be an arcade related video. I'm making this video to show a couple of my friends, mainly Sean, my new car that I picked up. This is a 1970 Chevelle Super Sport. It is a 396 with about 450 horsepower in it. So I picked this up off of a forum from a guy that had this restored years ago, and all intents and purposes I'd say it's about a 9.8 out of 10 condition-wise. There's a few little issues here and there that I need to work out and get fixed, but everything runs great. It looks good. It's all original except for a few pieces. The motor is not the original motor, but the transmission, drive shaft, and rear axle are all original. All original body panels, interior. There's a few gauges underneath the dash that have been added, along with an air conditioning system that was added. I think that's it. I also added this spoiler down below because I've seen a couple of guys on the forums that had that, and I like the way that looks. It kind of gives it a more aggressive look in the front, and it also helps with the air focusing it through the radiator to cool it. So I'll just kind of do a little walk around. Here's the hood. It's a big hood. It's got functional real hood pins on both sides. It's got the quad lights, obviously the SS badging. I have the original build sheet from this car, so it proves that this car was built as a Super Sport Chevelle, not a Malibu. It has a functioning and real cowl induction hood, and what that does is the air kind of hits the windshield here and scoops it in for cooler air to make more horsepower, obviously with the badging. Windshield wipers work, all the chrome and trim is appropriate and the correct one. It's got the real 15-inch Super Sport wheels, not knockoffs or reproductions. The real BF Goodrich radial TA tires. All original, like I said, body panels. The paint is in, I'd say, an 8 out of 10 condition. It needs to be wet, sanded, and buffed to get a couple little marks out here and there, but after that it should be in pristine condition. I'll show you the interior. Both of these windows are rolled down right now. This one here, and then they have the little quarter windows, which is pretty cool. There's another crank for that. Correct Super Sport interior. You can see there's a cigarette, little dumpster there for people when they used to smoke. All correct interior. I believe this is an aftermarket dash. I think, you know, when he had this aftermarket radio and the aftermarket gauges, the oil pressure, water temperature, and voltage added. I think they removed the dash and did probably a less than great job. I'm going to have to probably redo it myself on another point because it's a little loose in certain areas. I was going to get a manual transmission, but this one popped up and had automatic. And to be honest with you, to drive this car, it's so comfortable and easy to get in and drive that just to put it in drive and just step on the gas and just steer it, it's very comfortable to drive. So there's the interior, the glove box, everything works. Like I said, all standard. It's a real SS dash, all the badging and everything. So we'll kind of pull away here. I'll show you the back. A real SS does not have stripes on the hood, or rather on the roof. It goes from the hood to the rear deck, and then it does not follow it down. They stop right there. All, you know, like I said, all original badging. It's raining out right now, so I can't really show you the back, but I got the classic vehicle plates. This is classic vehicle, and the reason I got that is because I'm not really going to drive this car that much, and if you drive under 5,000 miles a year, you don't have to have a smog check, which is nice. Las Vegas is pretty tough on smog, and I decided to register it as a classic vehicle. That way I don't have to mess with that and waste my time and money on that. But the trunk is complete. It has a full-size spare and jack, the original ones that came with the car, which is nice. I'll show you the engine. Take off the hood pins here. I'm going to have to put the camera down because opening the hood is quite a production. There's a latch right here that you pull, but you really got to get on it to open the hood. So here's the engine bay. It's a 396, 390 horsepower. The guy had it dynoed at about 449 horsepower down in Florida. So it puts out enough power. It's got a nice battery topper that looks like the original. This is a plastic piece that goes over the newer style batteries to make it, you know, a reproduction of the old one, which is the R59. Everything on here is extremely clean and well maintained. You can see obviously the air cleaner where it goes into the hood there for the cowl induction. Kind of creates the rubber seal around there. There's the aftermarket air conditioning system that he put in. These are quite expensive. They're about $1,300 to $1,500 plus installation, and it's nice that he had that done before I bought the car, since he ate that cost, not me. But pretty standard under here, you know, alternator, water pump, things like that, brake booster, you know, a little reservoir for the windshield washer fluid, but just very clean, very functional. Everything works great, looks good. The only thing that's missing on this car, I noticed, is a horn. There's dual horns in this car. I'm not sure where they are because I've never owned a Chevelle before, but the horns are missing and doesn't work, which I'm sure is not a big deal, but at some point in time I'm going to have to add those because, you know, you do want to honk at people on the roads or whatever, but it's a very clean, comfortable, fast, aggressive car. It has the only other aftermarket addition is Flowmaster mufflers that the guy put in. Now, I don't know if he put them in or if the guy that restored the car did it, but just kind of peek under here. I don't know if you can see them right there, but they're black. You know, there's the full exhaust right there. All the way up to the front. Has a, you know, obviously non-catalytic converter. It has the F41 suspension on this car, which is nice. Rides a little smoother. Everything else looks to be original. I'm going to get this car up on a jack here in the garage fairly soon because I bought some new wheels that I just wanted to kind of change the look of it every once in a while. But these are, like I said, all original wheels, and I'm not going to get rid of them. I'm just going to put them in storage for a little while. And I bought some 19s for the front and some 20s for the rear. They're from Budnick. So those should be here in a couple weeks. The car should look really, really nice with that, just to kind of roll around. And then when I get tired of those, I'll put the originals back on. And when I get tired of those, swap them out. So it wasn't a big expense, but I think the look of it will really kind of jazz it up and make it look a little more modern. But, you know, here's a whole car shot here. Just very happy with it. It's something I've always wanted since I was a kid. I almost bought one, a silver with black stripes, as my first car, but going to college at ASU, it was just kind of too hot and couldn't really drive around a car that didn't have air conditioning or wasn't reliable. So I'm pretty happy with this. So Sean, here's the walk around video of the car. I'm pretty happy with it. When you come out, ever take a roll in it, and that's about it. Thanks for watching.